Yan na! Nika, excuse Nika. -10. Hindi mo ma-pronounce.
I wrote as an essay in my project for Toastmasters International. It's an organization for public speaking inclusion. And I was told that Mama Lima had a keen eye for talented public speakers, and I hope I would meet your expectations.
Ah. Ambition.
There is construction of an introvert. As a project for Toastmasters, objective is that I would introduce myself so that those members would get to know me better. And when I wrote this, what came to my mind is the class of 43 and the previous from my uni to my one friend. So I have a little
YouTube ko, makaingat yan.
loose relationship with. And just know that to everyone out there who still have a grudge on me, I am trying and to improve my relationship with you guys better. So I can
Tapos na ba? Intro pa lang pala yun.
I have a secret. I'm going to find honest forgiveness in you. For those of you who think, well, an introvert is quite the opposite of being shy, or those who lack social skills. We are the ones who are self-reflective. Think before we act. Solitude, loving people. People such as Julia Roberts, Audrey Hepburn, Clint Eastwood, David Letterman, Albert Einstein, and Karen Corpus.
Ah?
And my favorite feature of being an introvert is that we make out the minority of the general population, but the majority of the gifted population.
Ah?
60%.
Sila, pero ikaw.
It all started when this married woman was late for work in her job as a U.S. legal agency. She was an environmental engineer and her husband a mechanical engineer. And when she was hurrying down the stairs, she had a miscarriage, and in the process, her first would-be baby boy. Shortly after that, they got me instead. On June 13, 1987. I was born around 8 kilos, so it doesn't show anymore. 24 inches tall, baby girl named after St. Catherine and the body of Christ, for whom we carried myself for with. I grew up being the center of the most attention as I was a child. As they put it, I was a child full of insight and remarks, however negative or positive. An example would be of how I would remark upon my grandfather's blood-cut hair, and that if a lizard would fall on his head, it would surely die before it can move. And how my uncles would look like my idols Robin Padilla and their wife Sharon Caganda during Fiesta. This came the time when our financial needs had put my mother to the side and get a job overseas. My father, after retirement, set up a drugstore business near a marketplace While my mother, over the years, since I was 7, became supervisor environmental engineer in University. The hardest part for me was accepting the fact that she would never experience my childhood that much often. My grandmother became my maternal substitute, my father, my best friend, my cousins, the brothers and sisters I would never have, and my mother, for a short period of time, became my worst enemy. But as I grew up, a little wiser, a little more mature, I have come to terms that I have become beautiful, caring, self-sacrificing mother a daughter could ever ask. Which is why nowadays, as a family, we could be seen and attached for showing affection in public. She is now one of the greatest support systems in my life that I could never live without. During my childhood days, I seemed to have a knack in terms of literary work, especially in the English language. Maybe it was the Walt Disney movies my mother would send to me. Maybe it was the billboards I would read passing by our window car. One way or another, my English proficiency became more advanced than the others as I grew up. It became more challenging in high school, where I saw and befriended people who could understand my sarcasticness and ironic phrases. In fact, the only subject my father would tell me to work hard on is that one line of 89 in my report card. In senior. I started reading short stories such as Archie comics, George Orwell, Herman Melville during elementary days, developing my reading skills higher and more thicker in pages as I went in high school. And now reading different genres of books from psychology to business to even the fictional fiction. This skill I developed helped me to extend honorable mention, an honorary member of the Children of Mary, a top-notch high school institution. And during my regional high school days, I joined my first attempt as an English writer in the divisional press conference in the teacher section, and won first place in my first attempt. I achieved several in seminars as a writer, in the feature and the news section, and sometimes even the Filipino. I graduated high school being known as one of the 8 best in research subjects because we won the regional equal feasibility study and competed for national. I also got a medal as honorary member of the English newspaper in the region. And my college days have yet to be written. I saw books and my journal as my solace, my best friend, my escape from reality, which is peer pressure. The only place where I can fully express myself, no matter how angry, happy, scared, love-free, insecure, or confused I felt. I have the capability to just sit there and listen. A capability that we as humans tend to forget and often make the mistake of giving advice. Being an introvert has made me observe and speculate different types of people of how they handle situations. As an introvert, I have been given a rare gift to manipulate my surroundings. Sometimes more hard manipulate than others. Strategic manipulation can make your parents buy you things you really want, but you don't really need. I can manipulate my enemies and comfortable by making them feel guilty. And in random, I would love to have as a best friend.
Inaano na niya yung memory ko.
What they see is what they get. Introverts like me are oppressed and often misunderstood. We're not scared. We're not even antisocial nor arrogant or depressed. It is just that we are people who process information more differently than others. The deepest need of my human heart is to be simply understood and be valued for who I am, an introvert individual. As my favorite saying goes, seeking first to understand requires for consideration, but seeking to be understood requires great courage. And I hope everyone here in this class find a little of me an introvert inside your own heart.
Yay! Tapos na.